It was considered to be one of the largest airports in the nation. It was originally named after the King of Aviators, a man who was first to fly over the English Channel. It was then named for a man whose musical gifts flew around the world. It had a glorious past. It will have an even more glorious future.
This airport project is going to be the most transformational project that this city has seen since we built the Superdome. The reason I'm so excited about it is because it is the symbol of where New Orleans has been and where she's going and why she's going to win the future.
I get excited when people ask me why we need a new terminal, and the answer is very simple. It's about progress, it's about opportunity, it's about growth, it's about change. It's about a new vision for New Orleans and the opportunity for us to lay a strong foundation.
We're trying to change strategy here at the airport. With the existing airport, there are some strategic issues. It is an older facility and it increases our costs, and it is not maximizing our revenues.
Every great city needs a great airport. And here, my city, the city of Kenner, which houses New Orleans International Airport, is going to be totally rejuvenated by moving the terminal to the north and redoing the Veterans Corridor.
This is a project that's going to be nearly $800 million all in. That is a significant amount of capital development going on around the city for women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, disadvantaged businesses. This project is going to create well over 10,000 temporary jobs. That's all new impact to the greater New Orleans area.
When you talk about the economic impact of the airport, it's amazing. It's a massive economic engine for the area. One of the things that matters most to me as a citizen, though, are the opportunities for locals and small businesses and minority businesses, the opportunity to have a business there or do business there. It's amazing.
When you see this airport, and you're going to feel this airport, you're going to see quintessential New Orleans. You're going to have great food and beverage, great entertainment, but above and beyond, it's going to be a great customer experience from the standpoint of innovation as it relates to efficiencies.
When Atlanta took off and became the hub for everything that it has become now, the building of that airport transformed Atlanta into the business metropolis that it is today, and this project will do the exact same thing for New Orleans.
It's going to drive a different dynamic of customers that we lost about 20 years ago to Houston, to Atlanta, to Dallas.
Our team has worked very, very hard to think through the travel experience, what our customer needs, how do we make things more efficient, how do we get you into the airport and out of the airport in a way that's easy and convenient for the customer.
It will inform and in function be one of the most beautiful airport terminals in the world, and it will be an economic catalyst, not only for local women and minority-owned businesses, but for the entire economic region as well. It'll be transformative for the people of the city and for the state of Louisiana. It's going to be beautiful, it's going to function really, really well, and it is going to be the symbol of the new New Orleans. Like I said before, New Orleans, get ready for your future. It's so exciting to be with all of you today to talk about what the future actually looks like. In many speeches, it's just about words. You're actually going to see it today. And the reason today is so exciting is because it is the collective work of generations of New Orleanians and leaders on the federal, state, and local level. I want to begin by welcoming all the elected officials that are with us today. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like when you bring people together and you get things done. That's the only way a project of this magnitude happens across political lines, across federal, state, and local lines, across parish lines, and literally across generations. And there are too many people here to name everyone, but it suffice it to say that this could not have happened without the work of what I call an all-in team. And so as we come today, I first want to recognize my mom and dad who are with us today. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And my wife Cheryl joined us today. Thank you so much. It's great to have you. And of course, to all of our partners that have had so much to do with this particular effort. I talk about generations of leaders because from the time that my father was mayor, through Mayor Morial, and then of course Mayor Bartholomew, Mayor Morial again, and Mayor Nagin, and all of the aviation boards that worked during that time, all of them took steps towards producing the ability to have this announcement today. And so we stand on the shoulders of those that have gone before us because, as you know, There have been long discussions about building an international airport, but we just couldn't seem to get it done. There was the discussion about Senator Lott taking it to Mississippi. There was the discussion about perhaps building it immediately adjacent to our lake. There were discussions about taking it to Baton Rouge. There were discussions about putting it in Donaldsonville. There were discussions about doing all kinds of stuff. But there was never really a robust discussion about using the space that we accumulated to put it right here. And as we have come full circle, when I came into office, I asked Iftikhar Ahmed, who's our executive director, and I asked our newly appointed aviation board to really think about getting to yes quickly and to come up with 4 or 5 different alternatives, because we needed to build a new airport. It really is one of the things that has helped transform economies in other cities around the world. Of course, our closest and nearest sister city is Atlanta. And in the wake of the work that Mayor Maynard Jackson did and Ambassador Young did, using that airport as a catalytic project to actually transform Atlanta from a sleepy southern town into a progressive metropolis is the best and most immediate example, but there are many. And one of the things that New Orleans had to do, and the region, was to find a way to do that thing. And so I am thrilled to tell you that after 40 years of talking, after 40 years of searching, after a lot of work, we are here today to actually say that we have all collectively been able to get this done. You are going to see an $826 million project that is going to produce for this region and for the city unmatched opportunities for local businesses, for DBEs. It will provide over 13,000 construction jobs. The economic impact will be in excess of $1.7 billion, and it will change the landscape for economic growth in this region, much like the Superdome did for the entire region of the city of New Orleans. A catalytic project that actually had the power and the force to move the center of a city 4 whole blocks and then to transform the way the city saw itself. We have, of course, worked across party lines. I have worked very closely with President Obama and his administration, and of course Anthony Fox, who is the new Secretary of the Department of Transportation in the shadow of Secretary LaHood. We have worked across party lines in Congress. Both Senator Vitta and Senator Landrieu have been a great help, as has Congressman Scalise and Congressman Richmond. We have worked with the state legislature and all of those that are here, and of course we have worked across parish lines. Mayor Mike Yenny and his team of council members who are with us today have been very helpful. Our friends from St. Charles Parish and the council is with us today. You guys have been great. President Young, you and the parish council have been spectacular. VJ, you and your team, everybody came together and worked through some very, very difficult issues to get to yes. And so now we're getting it done. The new airport is going to upgrade our existing and aging infrastructure, and one of the things we thought about was, instead of renovating this facility, which is doing much, much better than it had in the past with $350 million in renovations that provided a wonderful front door for our Superdome, it made much more sense to build actually a new airport. And so we are here today because what are we going to do is show people the New Orleans way. And the New Orleans way is bringing everybody together, getting it done, and if you can't find a way, you make one, because the future will not wait. And ladies and gentlemen, the future is here today. So thank all of you for coming. I know we have some other speakers to come up, and then I want to also thank the team of architects and engineers and folks that have been working literally for 3.5 years to lock this down, because we did not want to show you this until we were absolutely sure what it was going to look like, how it was going to function, and in fact, that it was going to be built, Iftikhar and everybody else, on time, on task, and on budget. And I'd like everybody to say amen.
Amen.
Exactly. So God bless you. We'll have the other speakers, and then we'll show you what you've been here to wait for.
Look at our board. We've got Michael Smith here, General Manager of the Hyatt Regency, nationally known and a leader in the hospitality and tourism industry. He chairs our DBE and Operations Committee, and you're going to hear a lot from him in the weeks to come. Doug Thornton, national leader, executive with SMG, background in construction and facility management. He chairs our construction committee. He's going to get it done. Roger Ogden, national business leader, developer, lawyer, construction manager. He is on our team on the construction committee. He's working hard at every single construction meeting, helping us get it done. Todd Francis is here. He's the newest board member. And I want to tell you, Todd jumped in with both feet, and he is giving us so much advice and lending his financial expertise. Todd, we're thankful to have you. T. Martin, the queen of cuisine, she's here. Look around this airport at all the new food concepts, and we have T to thank for her leadership in this area. Thank you so much, T. And Jim Hudson, last but not least. I want to tell you something about Jim, who you all know is a banker and a respected member of this community. Jim has worked so hard to build coalitions and to bring people together in Orleans and Jefferson Parish. And Jim, thank you so much for your leadership. Thank you. Mr. Iftikhar Ahmad, who's joined today by his lovely wife, Angela. And stand up again, Mr. Ahmad, because we got to keep giving you your props. His deputy directors are here. They're all over the room working hard. The staff, the team, everyone here at this airport. We're excited. And you're going to hear more about what this airport means to this region. But I want you to rest assured that we have a team in place that's going to get this job done. So sit back, strap yourselves in, buckle your seatbelts, because we are not just taking off at Louis Armstrong. We're about to blast off, and we need you on this journey. Thank you so much.
I couldn't do what I do as mayor of Kenner without the support from the Kenner City Council, and they've been very good with this project. When Mayor Landrieu finally came to us and said, okay, here's what we need to make happen, and y'all have got to help us get through this, and we did. And I will be honest with you, the council's been a great help, but I'm glad his dad's here to hear this, because I've said it before, I will say it again. You have not had the type of cooperation between two mayors in the city of Kenner and the city of New Orleans probably since Joe Yenny and Moon Landrieu were mayor of their respective cities. And I am certainly going to continue that with Mayor Landrieu, because his vision for this region is exactly what we need. We need a shot in the arm, and that's what's happening with this whole region. And this is going to be the airport to get people to this region. And I know people say, Mayor, you're trying to do everything you can to boost those sales taxes in Kenner, and yes, we are. And thanks to this board that the mayor has put in place, we've already seen a jump with sales taxes because of what's already happened to this airport. So we thank that. And keep in mind, I know New Orleans, they want their piece too, and I understand you deserve it. Your major stakeholders here, but they're not going to spend that much time in Kenner before they go to New Orleans and spend the real money. So we got to get what we can, and I'm very thankful for that. But really, this is something that's going to totally change the city. Our 2030 plan that my Economic Development Committee has helped us with, the council has supported to rejuvenate Kenner and change the corridors of Kenner. I hate to say, I guess we were having osmosis between Mitch and I, because this is right where we need it to be. We're redoing corridors where this airport is going to lie. So people are going to see a much better Kenner, a much better airport, and a much better region. And I thank everyone in this room for making that happen, and look forward to the future of what's going to happen. And the council's also going to be voting on a corporation to come in and take over our code enforcement just for the airport, so that our code enforcement will work hand in hand with the architects and engineers of this airport to make it go as quickly as it can. Because Iftikhar, I think he's been adamant about May of 2018. So May of 2018, Mayor Landrieu will be cutting the ribbon on this airport, and I hope all those responsible are there to join him. So thank you very much. Look forward to this.
On behalf of the greatest city council in the world, literally, the Iftikhar first, our director, and the airport board, please stand up and take one more bow. You have been phenomenal. The airport. Thank you, Mayor Landrieu, for your vision and making all this happen. Thank you for taking us along, your council, with you as your partner. Thank you to all of the elected officials of this wonderful metropolitan. The silver lining to Katrina and the new leadership of our metropolitan has made us one, and that's a team. This is a team effort, better than any I've ever seen. This is true. As a businesswoman, this is true economic development and true leadership. I'm very excited about the fact that it's staying in this metropolitan. It's staying where it's in the center of this metropolitan, and we can all share in the progress it will create for each and every parish, each and every city in the parish. This is truly what a team looks like. What's wrong with a team that comes together? What's wrong with a team that chooses to win and move forward? It's called Super Bowl. and we just won the Super Bowl, and so of airports. So thank you all for being on. Thank you all for being on this team, because it's one of a kind. It is a village. It's a village of villages, and it takes this to get something of this magnitude done. $826 or $62 million, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. That's the first investment to make billions happen, and that's where we're going. And thank you all so very much for being a part of it and letting this city council be a part of it. Thank you.
As our region's front door, this airport is vital to our shared economic growth and strength. As chairman of the City Council's Airport Committee, our mission has been to enhance the regional communication and cooperation with Kenner and St. Charles to make our airport as strong as possible. I was so proud of the renovations we did for the Super Bowl to the old terminal a year ago. But today, our partnership and commitment grows even stronger. This $800 million project will create thousands of construction jobs, an important opportunity for minorities and women-owned businesses. As airport chairperson, I pledge and commit to make sure that there is a high DBE participation on the construction of our new airport. Together, we really are building a great future for this region. Thank you.
Good morning. Wow, it's great to be here today, isn't it? I tell you what, this is just such another exciting announcement for the state of Louisiana and the city of New Orleans. I'm honored to be here and to be a part of it. This new terminal and this airport sits partially in my district. Senator Danny Martini and myself both share the honor of representing parts of Kenner and Jefferson Parish, and what an honor it's going to be to welcome this new facility in here. You know, it's also another great honor because not only are we cutting a ribbon and we're announcing the building of a new airport, but it's showing to the rest of the world the progress that we're making here in Louisiana and the city of New Orleans. And this is really about economic development and about progress for the future, and showing everybody that we are on track for the future. The city of New Orleans, the metro region, and the state of Louisiana is ready for tomorrow, and this is going to be another shining example of that. You know, for a long time, the New Orleans International Airport was the gem, the jewel of the aviation for the southern part of the United States, and this project once again is going to make this area and this airport the gem for the southern part of the United States, and going to truly make us an economic hub and an international hub again. You know, my grandfather, many of you probably don't know, but was honored to serve and represent St. Charles Parish for 26 years on the aviation board, and it was one of his greatest honors. And I know he's looking down. He's not with us anymore, but I know he's looking down and he's smiling. He was always about progress, and he would certainly be proud of this project. And Mayor, I want to congratulate you for your vision and your steadfastness in pushing this forward. And so thank you. It's great to be here, and I look forward to cutting that ribbon with you.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here today, and it's an honor to represent our community and the Business Alliance. When you think about all of the major developments in New Orleans, you have the $2 billion at the VA UMC medical complex under construction downtown. You have the $130 million New Orleans East Hospital program under development. Chairman Burns, I see you out there. Thank you for your leadership. You have the planned sewage and water board infrastructure overhaul, a $3.3 billion investment. Chairman Manning, I know you're here. And now the $826 million investment in this airport, with an expected economic impact of $1.7 billion. Chairman Tima and the airport board, an outstanding effort. And Ithacar, we love you. With all that development going on, there's no doubt that this city is on a roll. These projects create real opportunities for our residents and businesses to work, to grow, and to build wealth, to build financial security for their families. So thank you, Mayor Landrieu, for your vision of a New Orleans, of the new New Orleans that we want to believe in, that we see coming, that's a city of opportunity, innovation, and our future. A city where local businesses will have the chance to join in the rebuilding process and growth of what will be one of our greatest assets. As we open the doors to the new Louis Armstrong Airport, the opportunities for our residents, businesses, and visitors will be endless. Thank you again for this opportunity.
Attention passengers, this is your captain speaking. Thank you for flying with us aboard this vision of the future. Please store all status quo thinking, fears, and conventional ideas in the overhead compartment. We will be flying at 40,000 feet above expectation. Attention passengers, this is your captain speaking. Thank you for flying with us aboard this vision of the future. Please store all status quo thinking, fears, and conventional ideas in the overhead compartment. We will be flying at 40,000 feet above expectation.
Well, now you've seen it. That's the new Orleans. That's what looking ahead to 2018 means. That's what the most transformative project in our city, in our region means. An economic catalyst that's second to none, one that provides opportunities for our businesses and for our citizens. New Orleans, get ready. As we have said, the future is now boarding. God bless you all. Thank you all so very much, and let's look forward to building the city we always dreamed she should be. Thank you.
Blown away. I tell you, it's exactly what I was hoping I'd see, but I had no idea what to expect, and what I saw was way more than I expected, and something that's going to totally turn this region around.
I had goosebumps. This project is so phenomenal. We've worked so hard on the design. We're excited. We're looking forward to a brilliant opportunity to move this region forward.
What will this mean for the entire area?
It will mean jobs, more than 13,000 jobs coming to this region, opportunities for small business to invest and be a part of this project. It's going to be an economic boom for New Orleans.
We have been working on it for a while, so it is, I think my reaction to the animation is how everybody else's reaction was. That shows that the community is happy, that our team is happy from what we unveiled today, and that when we said that the Houdat Nation will finally get the world-class airport, it seems like they consider what we just unveiled today is a world-class airport.
The design really encompasses, it's a new 650,000 square foot terminal facility, as well as parking garage, and then all the roadways and all that stuff that comes with it. Very exciting, brand new state-of-the-art facility will come out of that. Very unique, it's going to be a world-class facility.
What about the construction phase? When does it start, and what steps are going to be necessary to get the job completed by 2018?
We'll see the first steps, we'll see dirt starting to be turned probably in late summer, early fall of this year. So we can start getting the site prepared so we can begin the terminal. Construction of the terminal proper will probably begin summer of 2015.
Now tell us a little bit about the existing airport and how it will be utilized.
They're doing studies right now to take a look at what can we do to repurpose the facility right now, from using it for charter services or even office space to be used in the local community.
Now, what about the access to the airport off of the interstate?
The access right now is going to come off of I-10. It's going to be a lot easier to access the airport now with it being on the with the north facility than it is now. We're going to have direct access off of I-10. In the interim period, we're going to have improvements along Loyola-Aberdeen corridor with the plan to build a brand new interchange to bring people directly into the facility.
Will that interchange be built on I-10 or I-310?
That'll be built on I-10, right at the existing Loyola interchange right now.
Give us your reaction to what this airport will mean for this area and where it will stack up compared to other airports around the world.
I've been in the airport industry for about 30 years, and this is going to be, bar none, above and beyond anything that's out there right now. It's going to be a tremendous boon for the industry and the area.
We've looked closely at the city of New Orleans, the culture of New Orleans, and the various urbanistic environments around New Orleans, and used that information to really make this airport very New Orleanian.
The new experience is going to be a transparent building. It's going to be glazed on all sides, so when you step into the building, you're going to be able to see all the way through, which is going to be unique from this terminal you have today. And you're going to have, and the terminal today is obscured with different views are being blocked. This is going to be, you can see through when you come up to the curb on one side, you see through the building on the other. So you'll be able to see the New Orleans area as well as be able to see the airfield all around. So it'll be a unique experience. And plus, we're focusing on the efficiencies of getting the passenger through the building faster, comfortably, more concessions, faster security checkpoint, faster baggage processing. It's all about efficiency. It's about keeping people moving through at a comfortable pace.
What about accessing the airport and parking?
Access will be more improved. We're going to have two access points coming from the east and the west side of the airport. The east side is going to be strictly for arrivals, so passengers move out of the building to the east to be picked up. The west will be for departures, so people coming to the airport will come off I-10 and they'll drop the passengers off in front of the building, and then we'll have a 2,000-car parking garage on the west side. So departing passengers can drop off people to leave and then go park their cars. This will be very convenient.
Your reaction to the entire project?
Absolutely love it. These don't come on very often. I love the impact this is going to make on the community, and that's what we do, is we want to make a positive impact. So we're real excited about this opportunity to make this happen.
All I heard around me was wows, and I can't believe it. There's been 40 years of talk about upgrading, doing something with this airport. And this morning we heard the announcement and sort of the renderings of an incredible new project that really will change the history of our community for the next 100 years.
I'm excited about it. This is really one of the major transformational economic projects that this city has seen since we built the Superdome. And much like the airport transformed Atlanta from a sleepy progressive town, this airport's going to do the same thing for New Orleans and the region of the state. We had great cooperation from the federal level, from President Obama's administration to Senator Landrieu, Senator Vitter, Congressman Scalise, Congressman Richmond, and of course the state was very cooperative, and of course the city of New Orleans and all of the parish presidents and the councils in this whole region. This is what it looks like when you bring people together and you get great things done. And this is going to be transformative in many ways. If you lay this on top of what's already happening in New Orleans with the medical centers being built, the $130 million hospital in New Orleans East, the 33,000 square foot clinic, you then talk about the work that we're doing with the Sewage and Water Board. Basically, New Orleans is really on the move and on a roll. And so we feel really, really good about it, and particularly for the work that everybody did, because it was a team effort. And so it's a wonderful day, and we should celebrate it.